Onda Group supplies electricity, gas, and tools for energy independence. And with me to explain exactly what Onda is doing is the CEO, Luigi Martinez, who is joining us from Sicily, which sounds wonderful right now, and Andrea Porcelli of the Post-Pandemic Recovery SPAC in Las Vegas. So let's start with Luigi. Onda Energy was a major player in southern Italy for 20 years. So kind of explain a little bit about how that fits into your new strategy.
Yeah. Good afternoon from Italy. The story of this group is about 20 years ago. We started when the privatization of the market started, that is almost 20 years ago in Northern Europe. And our strategy was from the beginning, not just selling energy, but provide something different, make them understand that energy is something who can be studied much more deeply. That's why we had in the past about 10 years of research with the main university in Italy, with the CNR, with the public school and so on, to find the best solution. Efficiento, we already told in the past, is one of these, but what we are trying to do is to increase in the south of Italy, that is, in our opinion, the best market in our strategy in the south of Italy, in order to have a strong position and a leading position in the market.
Well, explain the pandemic, how you're kind of capitalizing on that, because we know Italy was hit hard and early. How are you emerging then with the energy out of the pandemic?
Yeah, what is happening in this period is it's a lot of pressure. Until last weekend, I met some Sicilian person who work all around the world that come back in Sicily since they're working on a digital way, and they're all coming back in the south of Italy because they feel that the life is better here because the environment, because the climate and so on, and they set their office, their needs in this country, in this town, in order to have a better life, in order to keep the connection with all the world, since this is possible wherever you are, and to keep following all their business. And this is something that is happening since the beginning of this pandemic crisis. A lot of people, not only the Italian that come from the north to the south, but even the people who was abroad, the Italian people, start coming back because they think that the life, the quality of life is something that they can enjoy better in this land, in the south of this land, mainly in the two islands, Sardinia and Sicilia, where we have our headquarters and our strong market.
So now I understand that Onda is the exclusive distributor of FE100 in Italy. So first explain what that is. This is an app, right? And how does it work?
It works because we sell energy. We are a provider like the major, like Edison and so on. But what we do exactly is to find, we invented this small device. I'm going to show what you can do with it. It can check better the single consumption in order to provide a breakdown of the bill and giving information for all the single device you have inside. By this smart meter, you're able to check the consumption in your house for the television, for the refrigerator, for everything. So the bill change is not something incomprehensible. It's something like through you can go deeper in the single device. You can change the lamp. You can remove something that you don't use, but it consumes energy. So it's a new kind of communication with the breakdown of the single device, able to start again a communication with your house, with the environment, with the lamps, with the monitor, and so on. This is the strategy possible through this small device, Efficiento.
Very interesting. Okay, and Andrea, let's bring you in. So you're working on a SPAC with Onda. Explain where that is, what the process is. Just give me all the information that you can about that.
So we founded the Post-Pandemic Recovery SPAC. And right now we do have a fixed target, which is, of course, Napo EU, the pharmaceutical company that we'll be speaking with right after. But of course, this theme applies to many other sectors. And we're focusing on those sectors that are going to benefit directly from the recovery from the pandemic. And what we're seeing, even in the media, I was noting on CNN, the one travel program that they are launching during the winter is Stanley Tucci discovering the people and food of Italy. You know, there seems to be a real nostalgia from most people who travel to go back to Italy. It's probably the number one, place in the world that people would love to visit once again. Having been there myself in Sicily last summer and having spent over 20 years in Italy, I certainly understand them. What a fabulous destination to be able to work from, which, pretty much all of us can work from anywhere these days. Why not Italy?
Yeah.
So we think it's a great play on that.
Well, certainly a very special country. I mean, I've been there too, and I loved it. So, and is this also kind of an energy play too? Because I think we will see energy use pick up as the economy picks up as well.
Absolutely. Not only do you have, of course, tourism ramping up and hotels and so forth, but obviously industry. Italy is a very industrial country. They produce, everything from furniture to cars to marble to wonderful fashion and leather and so forth. So as consumer sentiment comes back and people are able to travel again, we feel Italy's going to be one of the top places that will benefit from this within Europe, certainly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Andrea and Luigi, for joining us and explaining Onda Energy for us today. And best of luck.
Thank you, Jane.